Hello, welcome to Antique Corner, Dakota Paul style. Today I want to talk about antique still banks. Antique still banks from the early 1900s, probably up to the pre-war area. Let me show you a couple that we're going to talk about. The first bank is called Andy Gump. This was made by Arcade Manufacturing, and I'm just turning it slowly just to give you a sense. Andy Gump was a cartoon character from 1907, I think, all the way up to 1959, and Arcade modeled this bank after him. These banks were used as a toy for kids in the early part of the 1900s, and it taught them about thrift and saving, and it also had a fun figure or character and gave you a sense of play. This bank, you would deposit the coin, it's right in his lap there. And really, the only way to get it out is to turn the screw and open it up. Andy Gump, Arcade Manufacturing, 1920s. The second I wanted to show you is a bank called the Street Clock by A.C. Williams. A.C. Williams was another manufacturer of still banks. This was manufactured in, again, around the 1920s or earlier. Let me just explain to you a little bit about a great resource that is available for still bank collecting. This is a book called the Penny Bank Book, Collecting Still Banks by Andy and Susan Moore. This book is a fabulous resource if you're interested in collecting antique still banks, and I recommend it highly. If you want to find out about the street bank, very easy. You just go into the index and look up Street Clock, and let's see, page Street Clock. It will give you a number, page number, and the number of the bank, and here it is. This book, very interesting. He did a fantastic job of putting together all the banks and then a little detail about them. And here's the street bank. So you go down here and it gives you the Street Clock bank, cast iron and steel, so it had a steel back to it. It's 6 inches by 2.5 inches wide at the base, made by A.C. Williams, 1920 through 1931, and it gives an estimated value about $800. This one is in fabulous condition and is featured on my website, dakotapaul.com. You can find that. The last still bank is an interesting bank. This is an animal still bank, and this is called the Holstein Cow, again made by Arcade Manufacturing. Great looking painted bank. This is white with a black lettering. This one is in fantastic shape. You can tell by the fact that the screw has hardly been turned, and just a little bit of paint off that, and I don't even know if this bank ever has been opened. Again, featured in dakotapaul.com. The coin is put into the slot in the back, saved. Again, if you want to get the coin out, you just open up the screw. So here's just a little collection of still banks. There is a lot to learn about this category. There are thousands upon thousands of these banks. As you can see, the book's pretty thick. And this is, again, a book that I would recommend getting, and collect all of them. Why not? Thanks, and we'll get into still banks a little bit more at another time.